We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. But he died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
Big-time nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the race books and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program as we wrap it up for the big Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Of course, some of us are still laboring today, but it's a labor of kindness, that's for sure, and a labor of love, that's for sure, here at the show as we cover the great sport of horse racing, Las Vegas style, coming to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at our studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard, and the Las Vegas Boulevard, of course, the big boulevard here in the great gaming capital for all the gaming going on here at the South Point, and of course the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show for this special Labor Day Race Day Las Vegas program. And of course, we want to also thank all of our listeners and say hi to all of our listeners listening on our anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. Websites are covered, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global, iPhone, Android, Google phone with the apps. KSHP app listens through the radio station. YouTube app, you can see and hear us at the YouTube app as well. And, of course, anywhere you get your podcasting. Simply put, however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Labor Day Race Day Las Vegas radio program. And, again, happy Labor Day to you. I hope you can squeeze in some of this great racing that's happening over the weekend and certainly today between all of the barbecuing and fun that you're having on this Labor Day, as most of the labor force in America gets a chance to take a day off and relax. Been an interesting weekend, that's for sure, and it got more interesting yesterday at Saratoga with the Jockey Club Gold Cup. I think everybody has seen the dramatic footage of the start of the race of the Jockey Club Gold Cup. This thing's been on social media all over the place, and certainly a very unusual situation in that race. I guess we can recap it a little by just talking about it right now, and that is, of course, that was early in the day. It was the fifth race out of the 14 races yesterday at Saratoga. And at the start of the race, the outside horse in the race, in the Jockey Club Gold Cup, Felice Fogg with Kendrick Carmouche, tried to jam Contrary Thinking, which was in the race solely to be a rabbit for Sierra Leone. But Felice Fogg, who is also a front runner, Carmouche, I guess, thought if he could just brush him and knock him a little bit off stride, he can get the jump on him and get to the lead in the race. Well, he bumped him all right, but he jammed him so hard, and he came in so hard at the beginning of the race that it was like a rippling effect that went through Contrary Thinking. Wida Barrio got nailed. Wida Barrio then went into Mind Frame. Mind Frame bounced off of Sierra Leone. This all happened at the beginning of the race, but between the time Wida Barrio hit Mind Frame, it knocked Ired Ortiz Jr., the rider of Mind Frame, off balance. And then, Ired was coming off, and then he tried to grab a hold of Mind Frame and Wida Barrio to his right, and tried to hoist himself back on the horse before he finally fell to the ground. And it was anticipated that Sierra Leone might have brushed him, hit him with a hoof on his arm, etc. Anyhow, Ortiz went down. Mind Frame was unseated. The race progressed. Felice Fogg got the lead and had the lead in the race, which is what Carmouche wanted to do. And then coming up, after the field had scattered, coming to him on the outside was Antiquarian. Antiquarian, with John Velasquez aboard, got the lead and pulled away and won. Now, this is it. Todd Pletcher, as you know, won the Pacific Classic with the Fierceness on Saturday. He had two horses in this race. He had Mind Frame, who was bet down to the favorite that lost the jockey at the beginning of the race, and he also trained Antiquarian, who won the race. John Velasquez, who won aboard Fierceness on Saturday in the Pacific Classic at Del Mar, was also the rider of Antiquarian in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. So irony has it where Pletcher and Velasquez win both the Pacific Classic and the Jockey Club Gold Cup, although it was not scripted that way, that's for sure. In any case, Antiquarian wins. The Felice Fogg was disqualified out of finishing in the money. Sierra Leone finished second in the race, and placed third in the race after Felice Fogg was disqualified was Highland Falls. So the order of finish was Antiquarian, Sierra Leone, and Highland Falls. Antiquarian pays $26 to win. Mind Frame was okay. They caught him after the race. The Outriders caught him. They said it was okay. Mike Rapoli went on social media and explained his version of what he saw and said that Mind Frame was okay. Ired Ortiz Jr., however, was taken to first aid and then to the hospital complaining about some injury. Complaining about his arm and his wrist. But later on, his agent, Ired Ortiz Jr.'s agent, posted on X that I read after going to the first date, etc., was cleared to ride today. Okay, nothing really broken and, that was going to take time off. He was cleared to ride. He might be sore today. We'll wait and see. It's closing day at Saratoga. And as far as the jockey standings is concerned, on this closing day at Saratoga, Ired Ortiz Jr. has 59 winners. His brother, Jose, is the closest to him with 52. And otherwise, Flavien Prat is in third with like 41 wins. So Ired, all intents and purposes, has it wrapped up, the jockey standings at Saratoga. We'll wait and see if he rides today. Okay? And as far as the trainer standing, I can tell you the trainer standings got tight because Todd Pletcher not only won the Jockey Club Gold Cup, that was his first win of the day. Trainer Todd Pletcher then won the 7th race with John Velasquez again, so they won a pair together in the 7th race on a 2-year-old maiden, paying $4 even. Pletcher came back in the 9th race with Ricardo Santana aboard Sunrise, another 2-year-old maiden winner on the turf that paid $8.60. And so Todd Pletcher tightened up the trainer standings going into the final day. He is now just one win behind Chad Brown. Chad Brown has 31 wins. Pletcher has 30. Linda Rice is in third with 23. So it's going to be kind of exciting to see what happens there. But that is what happened at Saratoga as far as the Jockey Club Gold Cup is concerned. Big prizes, balloon pick fives. Okay, you ready for this? First pick five, $4.50, 21.20. 1860, that was an Alvarado and Mott combination in the 3rd race. 1620, and then the Jockey Club Gold Cup's $26. That pick five paid $10,912.75. There was also a pick five that started in that race with the $26 upset winner in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. The next race in that pick five, which was a mandatory payoff, paid $81.50, and that was trained by Miguel Clement. So you have two big winners there. Then, of course, Pletcher's second win with Velasquez in the 7th race, paying $4 even. By the way, that was John Velasquez's 3rd win of the day, too, with Todd Pletcher. And so that pick five, that middle pick five, paid $35,143.75. And then, of course, the 8th race, Joel Rosario and Steve Asmussen got together for a $6.30 winner. Todd Pletcher's 3rd win, as I say, came in the 9th race with Ricardo Santana at $8.60. And then the Disco Partner Stakes at 5.5 furlongs on the Mellon Turf Course, won by 26 Black. Flavien Prat for Horatio De Paz, playing $4.60. And then the 11th race, which was the David Donk and Katie Davis, paying $33.60. 12th race, Safi Joseph Jr. and Edgard Zayas paying $3.30. The 13th race winner paid $91 even. That was Chris Elliott aboard Marcelino Arenas winner, Brooklyn Dans. Brooklyn Dans paid $91. The last race, Carmouche and Dugan together paid $17.80. That late pick five paid $33,854.75. Nobody had the pick six. 5 out of 6 paid $2,136.50. And you have a carryover with a mandatory payoff today on closing day at Saratoga. If you think that was the highest pick five of the day, it wasn't. Kentucky Downs. Frankie Dettori had a big day. Frankie Dettori won his first race in the 4th race with the Tickened Time Blonde for Vicky Oliver, paying $20.60. Came back in the 5th race with Barricade for Joe Sharp, paying $14.68. And then, of course, Rudolph Broussat got his first winner. Rudolph Broussat got his first winner of the day in the 6th race, paying $7.08. Luan Machado aboard there. And then Frankie Dettori got his 3rd win of the day with the Banjo Chris in the 7th race, paying $23.10. Peter Urton even had a winner there at Kentucky Downs. He won the 8th race with Ben Curtis aboard his horse, paying $34.56. And then the big stakes races of the day, the Kentucky Juvenile Sprint, $1 million race there. The winner was Johnny's Red Storm, Frankie Dettori's 4th win of the day for George Weaver, paying $5.48, outrunning Obliteration and Azazam, who finished 3rd. And then in the tight spot handicap, the winner there, Chasing the Crown, Tyler Gaffleone for Mike Maker, $8.28, outrunning Lambeth and Mountain Bear. And in the final race, the $1 million Breeders' Cup, the $1 million Kentucky Downs Juvenile Fillies was won by Luan Machado, paying $13.20 for Rudolph Brissett's 2nd win of the day. Finishing 2nd was Red Beretta. 3rd in the race was Two Aflame. And at Kentucky Downs, the pick 6 there at Kentucky Downs, pick 5, I should say, no pick 6, the pick 5. The 50-cent pick 5 at Kentucky Downs paid $140,939.30, which was the highest payoff in the nation yesterday. Finally, at Del Mar, Peter Urton wins the first race at Del Mar. So he had a winner at Kentucky Downs and Del Mar with Antonio Fresu paying $4.20. Bob Baffert and Juan Hernandez came back in the Shared Belief. That was the 2nd race on the card, as Citizen Bull had no more than an afternoon workout by going wire to wire easily, paying $2.80, outrunning Smooth Cruisin' and Gaming, who finished 3rd in that 4-horse, make that a 3-horse field. Only 3 horses ran in the race. They ran 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And then in the 3rd race, John Lendo gave us a winner with Fermano's Magic. Now, Fermano's Magic was 12-1 on the morning line, okay? And as the horses started approaching the gate, it went from 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 to 2 to 2. This horse broke out of the starting gate at the start of the race at 8 to 5. Fermano's Magic wins as pleased. Closed at 3-2 odds, it paid $5 even. John Lendo's pick at 12-1 in the morning pays $5 even to win in the afternoon. A big steam horse there for Val Brankerhoff and Diego Herrera. 4th race, Antonio Fresu gets his 2nd win of the day for Craig Delassie, paying $11.40. Fresu came back in the 5th race for his 3rd win in the first 5 races for Mark Glatt, paying $5.60. The 6th race, the winner there was Christofferson. Juan Hernandez aboard for Bob Baffert, another 2-year-old that Baffert broke out, paying $4 even, ran the 6 furlongs in 1:08 4/5 seconds. This 2-year-old maiden for Bob Baffert and Juan Hernandez. Christofferson, $4 even. Hernandez came back in the 7th race for his 3rd win of the day, going wire to wire with Mayakamba. Had Jeff Mullins, the trainee there, paying $7.80. And then in the featured Del Mar Derby, the winner there was the Padre. The Padre with a huge closing kick. After slow fractions on the lead, he still caught the leader and got it done. The Padre under Umberto Rispoli, Phil D'Amato's first win, paying $3.40, outrunning Freedom's Not Free and Game Warrior. In the 10th race, D'Amato gets his 2nd win of the day, back-to-back wins there, $7.80. Armando Ayuso aboard Shea Brennan. Had a mark over there. Couldn't read it. Shea Brennan was the winner there. I should, because that was Jonathan Ardune's pick on the show. Shea Brennan bet down from 8-1 down to 5-2, pays $7.80 for Phil D'Amato's 2nd win. Thank you, Jonathan Hardune. And finally, in the last race, Juan Hernandez gets his 4th win of the day for Craig Lewis, paying $4.40. And that's how it went yesterday around the country. An eventful day at Saratoga in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Big balloon payoffs both at Saratoga and Kentucky Downs. Frankie Dettori getting 4 big wins at Kentucky Downs yesterday. And a lot of suspicious bet-down horses that got the job done yesterday at Del Mar. and we still have today's Labor Day card yet to go. All right, we got Jonathan Dardoon with us, of course, Rich Chang, John Lindo, and Jerry J. We have your racing menu yet to come. So without any further ado, we'll get to our first break, and when we come back, we're off to the races on this Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everyone.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Labor Day. Before we get to our racing menu, it looks like it's going to be clear going at all the major racetracks today around the country that are running on this Labor Day as far as the weather is concerned. Temperatures, except for Gulfstream Park. Gulfstream Park in Miami, it's 88 degrees and there's some rain in the area. New York, 79. You got Chicago at 77. Southern California, LA is going to get up to 95. Del Mar is, as you know, down further south at Del Mar by San Diego. It is also close to the beach, so the weather should be a little bit lighter as far as the temperature there. Today in Las Vegas, we're 82. Right now, we're going to get up to 107, so stay hydrated if you're out here. Remember to stay hydrated. We're going to get to 107. It's going to be, but it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the book. Hey, come on, that's where you're going to be. And as far as the hot spot in the nation, you know it, Phoenix, Arizona, 108. So let's get started with your racing menu today. Reminding you, as we always do, the first post times we broadcast on the show each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. If you're here in Las Vegas, going to come on out to the book today here at South Point. These will be the first post times rolling out in the book here today. If you're listening anywhere else in another time zone, many other time zones around the country, around the world, just tweak the first post times from the Pacific time zone to whatever one you're in. That way you won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, here we go. We begin with Saratoga, closing day at Saratoga. That means everything goes out the door, mandatory payoffs. You got to carry over in the Pick 6 at Saratoga. $165,580 in the Pick 6 carryover at Saratoga with a mandatory payoff today. The best winning tickets will chop it up, plus all the money that's bet into it today. The whole pool goes out the door. And mandatory payoffs and everything else. And yes, Jonathan was right. Today is the day they start off with the penny breakage payoffs. Saratoga today's got a couple of stakes races. The first stakes race will be the Hopeful. It's the main big season ender for the 2-year-olds at Saratoga. The Hopeful for 2-year-olds at 7 furlongs. It's a grade 1. A field of 8 in the race. Interesting enough, a horse called Butane, who ran off the screen at Del Mar in his debut, won a huge race at Del Mar in his debut, this 2-year-old. Baffert ships this horse cross-country to Saratoga to run in the Hopeful today, and he's the morning line favorite at 2-1 with Flavien Prat aboard. Very interesting there. Baffert with a maiden breaker at Del Mar, the favorite in the Hopeful today at Saratoga. That's an 8-horse field before any scratches. The 10th race will be the Saranac. Saranac, I should say, at 1.16 miles on the Mellon Turf Course. There's 12 before scratches. And the morning line favorite, wide open. This is the morning line favorite, 7-2, and as Asbury Park with Floppy and Proud aboard as well. 11 races today, Saratoga. Everything goes out the door today at Saratoga. First post time for this closing day is 9:05. 9:05 at Saratoga. And I'm guessing that it is, tracks are fast. The track is fast. The turf courses are labeled firm. The Mellon Turf Course will have races 3, 6, and 10. The Inner Turf Course will host races 4, 8, and 11. Fast, firm, and firm is the conditions at Saratoga today. Cloudy right now, and they say it's about 59 degrees right now at Saratoga. Again, that big carryover in the pick six, 165,580. All right, we next go to Colonial Downs. Colonial Downs has 8 races. Their first post time is at 9:30. 9:30 at Colonial Downs. Parks Racing is racing, of course. This is Monday, so they race on Monday. Parks Racing has 9 races. And their pick 5 jackpot carryover is 94,981. First post time is at 9:40 for their 9 races at Parks. Monmouth Park has 8 races. Their feature race today is the Red Bank Stakes. It'll be the last race, the 8th race on the card at a mile on the turf for 3-year-olds and up. 9-5 favorite, there's Cugino. First post time at Monmouth Park today with a pick 6 jackpot carryover of $11,413 set at 950. 950 at Monmouth. Presque Isle Downs running on Monday. 8 races today at Presque Isle. And a first post time at Presque Isle Downs today is set at 950 as well. Then you have Finger Lakes. Finger Lakes has 9 races. Their feature race is the Arctic Queen Stakes. That's the 8th on the card. Finger Lakes has a first post time for their 9 races set at 10 a.m. Woodbine Racecourse, north of the border, has 9 races. Woodbine has a couple of carryovers. Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $29,910. Super High 5 jackpot carryover, $32,850. 9 races. Woodbine first post time is 10:05. Then we get to Southern California, where that turf meets the surf. Del Mar has 11 races today and an early post time of 1:30. 1:30 is the first post at Del Mar. A couple of stakes races. The Tranquility Lake will be the 8th race, a mile for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. And in that race, the 8-5 favorite is Splendora with Juan Hernandez aboard. A couple of races later, the 10th race will be the Generous Portion Stakes for 2-year-old fillies going 5.5 furlongs, a field of 9 before scratches. And the favorite in that race at 5-2 is Mahaven with Hector Barrios aboard there. 11 races today at Del Mar and a first post time of 1:30. 1:30 Del Mar. Evangeline Downs has 9 races. Their first post time is 1:45. Then you have Prairie Meadows with 10 races. First 3 races will be quarter horses. The last 7 will be thoroughbreds. Prairie Meadows Super High 5 jackpot carryover is $101,952. They also have a pick 5 jackpot carryover of $38,809. And again, first post time Prairie Meadows, 2 o'clock this afternoon. And then we wrap it up with Louisiana Downs. They've got 7 races at Louisiana Downs and a first post time at Louisiana Downs at 2:05. And that is your Labor Day menu of racing today. Let's go out to Jonathan Ardoon at Saratoga. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Ralph. Closing day. It's a beautiful day weather-wise.
Well, I'll ask you your assessments of Saratoga on Wednesday. Give you a couple of days to think about it. But in any case, what about that Jockey Club Gold Cup? Wow.
It was a wild ride, certainly for Ortiz. I mean, he ended up on Wide Barrio for a few steps. He was actually trying to get back on mind frame. It really shows you how athletic these guys really are. But it's a miracle that he didn't get hurt really bad. He's not riding today. He's taking the day off, but he is fine. And the horse returned fine as well. So all that is good news.
Well, and that's good because, I don't think his brother is riding there today, is he, Jose? Yeah, he is. Jose is riding. Jose is riding there, but
there's no Kentucky Down. There's no Kentucky Downs today, so they all came back.
Okay, so Jose is riding today. He's second to his brother Irad, but he's got to win 7 races to tie Irad today. That doesn't look like it's in the cards. Yeah, don't look like it's in the cards. So Jose is going to try to win some races there, but I can tell you the jocks down at Kentucky Downs have been riding there. It's got building their bankroll, that's for sure. And Frankie Dettori is making his whole year's salary in one day there at Kentucky Downs, winning 4 races with big purses.
He won more races yesterday than he did in the last 2 months, I think.
Well, he picked the right races to win at the right time because there was big bucks payoff there. That's for sure. Hey, today's hopeful. Bob Baffert is. I mean, we all saw Butane's race at Del Mar. It was really kind of almost jaw-dropping. Really, it was a monster race. I know he got big numbers in the race, but now you're going to take a 2-year-old who only raced in one race in his career, put him on a plane, send him all the way to upstate New York, and there's not an airport at Saratoga. They had to land somewhere else and van up to Saratoga, and then he's there, and he's the favorite in the hopeful after all of those great 2-year-old races that ran this year at Saratoga, and some of those horses like Ted Nafi in the race. You've got Curtin Call in the race. Remember II in the big race that horse ran? I mean,
Bucky Sullivan, he was that day.
What do you think?
He came from, you remember how far back he came?
Yeah, remember that? I mean, what do you think, man?
And he's got Romeo also in the race. Steve Asmussen sends out Romeo, who was also run very well.
Romeo ran big too.
I think, Baffert, listen, he's loaded with 2-year-olds, so I guess he wants to split them up, and he doesn't want to run them against each other for the most part. So he's coming here to run in a $300,000 hopeful. And, obviously he knows what he's doing. And this horse did run super first time out. Obviously, if he repeats that race, he's going to be tough. But the competition here is a lot harder than it was in that race. I'll tell you that much. Again, Romeo, Ted Nafi. This field is good. You have a late scratch in there, Ralph, of number 7. Emphasis is out.
Okay, Emphasis is out. He was 12-1 on the morning line with Santana aboard. But this is going to be an interesting race. Butane does break from post 5, so that's going to be nice. He breaks right in the middle of the field. And one of the favorites, Curtin Call, gets the rail with Jose Ortiz, as a matter of fact, riding there. We'll get a jockey replacement on the 6-horse Soldier and Diplomat. That was Irad's mount, but he's not riding today, right?
Correct.
Okay, and we'll wait and see, and we'll get I'm sure maybe Santana might pick it up. He's scratched in the race. Maybe he can pick it up. In any case, we'll wait and see if Butane lives up to what Bob Baffert, I guess, thinks. That's for sure. Could be, though, that, some of the owners, that Baffert has, the owner might say, look, all your other 2-year-olds I'm going to have to run against in the, Del Mar Futurity. I'd like to go to Saratoga and see how this horse fits with the hopeful. You don't know.
And stay away from the rest of the horses in his barn. You can't, unless they're finishing in a dead heat, someone's not going to be happy there. So,
all right. Well, it's an interesting day of racing today at Saratoga. All I can say is your horse and John Lendo's horse both got drastically bet down at Del Mar. They won the races, but they got drastically bet down. What's up with that?
We have a lot of listeners, I guess, on Race Day Las Vegas.
Yeah, there's
that agreed with our opinions.
all I can say is one wonders if CAW snuck under the tent and back in business there. We'll wait and see. All right, Jonathan, let's get some horses today,
all right,
buddy.
Let's give out a closing day winner at Saratoga. We're going to look at the Saranac, the 10th race, Ralph. You have a couple of late scratches in there. Take out the 8, Covert Law, take out the 11, and take out the 12 as well. I like a price horse in here, Ralph. Number 5, Tank. 3-year-old colt from the Carlos David barn. Amicio Jaramillo rides, and this guy rides a lot of his winners at Gulfstream. This horse is listed at a ridiculous 15-1 on the morning line. Draw a line through his last race. He just did not run a step. He puts him back in a stake race here. I like number 5, Tank. 15-1 on the morning line to upset and win this year's Saranac Stakes, the 10th at Saratoga.
Yeah, well, we'll wait and see if we can get 15-1 on him today. But in any case, in the 10th race, number 5, Tank. Jaramillo aboard on the 5-horse in the 10th race there at Saratoga is your play. And we'll go down to Del Mar.
Let's look at the 6th race today, and you have an interesting situation here. John Sadler's claiming a $20,000 maiden. That makes no sense. Why does he want a $20,000 maiden claimer in his barn? Well, that's the situation here. He dipped in and took number 7, Travail. I like the barn switch. I love the rider switch today to Hector Barrios. Full field of 13, 7-2 on the morning line. This is a free bingo square. Number 7, Travell, wins today's 6th race out at Del Mar.
Wow, a free bingo square, you believe, in the 6th race, number 7, Travail, Hector Barrios aboard. He rides a lot for Sadler, no doubt about that. In the 6th race, the 7, 7-2 on the morning line. We'll wait and see what happens there. But in the 6th race, you like the 7 horse, that's for sure. Jonathan Ardoon has a full sheet for all 11 races today at Saratoga and all 11 races at Del Mar. I don't want to even count up how many races you have handicapped over the weekend. But after today, sleep in tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, NYRA reopens on September 11th, so they'll be off for the next 10 days. But obviously, we'll be doing other tracks, Kentucky Downs, Del Mar when they run, and we'll squeeze in another one or two.
All right, you got it. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. Enjoy the rest of the day off or whatever you're doing there, playing the races at Saratoga. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. I'm sure you'll have a little bit of a soapbox handling on Wednesday anyhow. And don't forget sheets at Saratoga and Del Mar today, right?
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right, have a happy Labor Day. All right, we're going to come back, and when we come back, we've got Rich Eng standing by, so don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going, every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is smoke and fire. This is high stakes and wild cards. This is family and tradition. This is everything on the line. This is it. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas. The South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your tickets now. LVMS.com.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Now it's time to go out to Rich Eng standing by. I want to remind everybody out there watching the show that on Wednesday's show, and we will be back on Wednesday at our normal schedule, on Wednesday's show, Richie will give us his future book plays in the NFL. And the official NFL season, of course, starts Thursday night. So we'll get that done on Wednesday. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners. And there's one real interesting game today in college football. The first college football game for Coach Bill Belichick in North Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, it's tonight. That's right. I'm sorry. It's Monday. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick, North Carolina, hosts TCU.
I would imagine that there's a lot of money being bet on the game for no other reason than Bill Belichick.
It's fascinating to see him, switch hats from the NFL to college football, and it'll be interesting. I've been reading about some of the recruits he's gotten. Him and he brought along a fellow named Michael Lombardi to run the program, and he's basically been telling high school kids and transfers, if you want to make the NFL, you won't get better coaching than from me and his assistants.
Well, that's true, too. And he's the only coach, I think, in the history of football that has a girlfriend that can be the cheerleader as well.
Yeah, it can be almost like his granddaughter.
Yeah. Well, in any case, it was an interesting Jockey Club Gold Cup yesterday.
Wow, ironically, we talked about how great athletes jockeys are on yesterday's show, Ralph, and there I read Ortiz showed it. He almost pulled off a miraculous stay in the saddle of mind frame, but it was just too much. And I feel in some ways bad for Kendrick Carmouche on Phileas Fogg because he is going to be slapped with a very serious suspension by the stewards.
I would think so. I would think so. Nothing's for sure anymore with the stewards, but yeah, I would think so. There was one photograph that I saw was posted on X, and if that person enters that photograph for the Eclipse Awards, for the best photograph of the Eclipse Awards, that person may very well win it because it shows Irad with his feet off the ground between White Abarrio and Mindframe. He was off it, and he had his hand on White Mindframe coming down, and he was trying to push himself back up on Mindframe off of White Abarrio. Didn't happen, but he was trying to do something that even gymnasts couldn't achieve. That's for sure. But that was a dramatic picture.
Yeah, and Naira had a drone camera of the start of the race.
Yeah.
Very dramatic because you see Ortiz on the back of White Abarrio for a stride or two. There's two jockeys on that horse.
Yeah, that's for sure. It was truly amazing. Thank goodness the horse is okay, and for all intents and purposes, Irad is okay. I'm sure he's a little sore this morning, but nothing broken.
Oh,
and he's already secured the jockey title over at Saratoga, so maybe he can just sit and have a refreshment and watch his brother and the other guys do their jobs today at Saratoga while he relaxes. That's for sure. Hopeful stakes, interesting with Baffert bringing out Butane in that race, and the morning line maker making him the favorite.
I heard you and Jonathan talking about reasons why he went out there. I'll take it one step further, Al. I really think that he ships horses like that from time to time to New York because this gives him a barometer of how good the colts are in New York, his opposition. So Butane may not be his best 2-year-old, but it gives him an idea about the quality of the others after this race.
Well, yeah, Butane ran a heck of a race. If it wasn't the best horse he's got in the barn, it might be the best horse that's facing him today in the hopeful. That's for sure. We'll wait and see. Anyhow, Richie, you do have a selection for us at Saratoga as well as a full sheet of handicapping at Del Mar. So what are we doing here, buddy?
Yeah, this will be my last New York selection for a while with Saratoga closing today. Let's go to race number 3 at Saratoga. It is a maiden 50. And the horse I like is second time Linda Rice, number 7, a little bit naughty. She puts blinkers on. Jose Ortiz, who has been riding at Kentucky Downs, comes in to ride. Mm-hmm. But this horse should be sharper with the blinkers on. Like the price is 6-1. A little bit naughty in the third.
All right, third race, 1 mile and 16th on the Mellon Turf Course for maiden claimers. And then in that third race, you like the 7, a little bit naughty. Jose Ortiz aboard there, the 7 in the third race. By the way, scratch number 6, New York Scrappy. New York Scrappy was the 5-2 morning line favorite in that race. That horse is scratched. So the 7, a little bit naughty, gets a break there at 6-1 on the morning line. The 7 in the third race of Saratoga. And then we'll go down to Del Mar.
Race 7 is on the turf going long. Let's go with the number 4, Hey Jesse, 5-1. Ricky Gonzalez replaces Kyle Frey for on this horse. Interesting, Ricky Gonzalez had a good summer. He's had some nice upset wins.
Yeah.
This horse should be flying late on number 4, Hey Jesse, in the 7th.
All right, you got it. In the Del Mar, in the 7th race, number 4, Hey Jesse, the 4 in the 7th race. Your play at Del Mar. Don't forget a full sheet of handicapping at Del Mar available right now at the racedaylasvegas.com website. Richie, we'll give you a day off, and then Wednesday we'll take a look and a peek into the NFL 2025-26 season.
Yeah, it should be really exciting. And like I say, Belichick tonight, I'll be watching that.
Yes, we'll get an account of that also on Wednesday. Thanks a lot, Rich.
Hey, thanks, Al. Good luck, everybody.
All righty, we wrap it up on this Labor Day holiday show with John Lendo and Jerry. Jay, more to come. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Now time to go down to Southern California at Del Mar, where Mr. John Lendo's at. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, but we have some chatters out there. They're doing some chatting. One of them was wrong. He said that if John Lindo shows up on the show in a tuxedo today, we know he bet a lot of money on that horse. I don't think he I don't think he realizes that the only time you're going to wear a tuxedo is if you're paid to do it.
Not going to happen at Del Mar, that's for sure.
And another one wants to quit. He wants me to quit blaming CAW for the bet down. He said all the wise guys had this horse, but I got to tell you. One of the wise guys that didn't have it was the morning line maker. When this horse, the trainer Val Brinkerhoff was interviewed about the horse getting bet before the race started on FanDuel, he said that the horse had, really a great bullet workout that really tipped the mid on this horse.
Well, he did work well, and it was on video, so I expected some action. But I think in the past performances was 8th, beaten 14 lengths in the first start. Mm-hmm. And so you're not expecting 3-2 on a horse like that from the rail after missing the break the first time. I thought there'd be some value. And he was hanging at 4, 5, 5-1, 6-1. And after the 2-minute mark when they were shutting off the CAWs, that's when the action started happening. And the money poured in, after they supposedly shut off the CAWs. So that was, kind of alarming to me. And it happened again in the I think the 5th race on a horse called Unbinding. There was over $25,000 bet on that filly just in the last minute or so. So, usually that's not public money. And it was enough to raise concerns where we were starting to watch the board and taking numbers down again. And the rest of the day was pretty consistent. There was some early money, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Just don't let it happen so much at the very end there that you have no idea what you're getting in price.
Yeah, even Jonathan Hardoon's play that won yesterday got bet down from 8-1. But it wasn't a drastic drop. This horse, it was like somebody was standing in front of a window and they kept punching and punching and punching and punching on the one that you had.
That horse, I think, opened at 5-2 or 3-1 and just stayed there the rest of the time. And again, that's fine. Yeah. So at least you know what you're getting.
Yeah, your horse was, but he won. He did not break towards the lead. He sat there down on the rail, and then when he got his opening, he just pulled away from the field. So that was really something, that's for sure. We wrap it up though. Today at Saratoga. I know, John, that you have taken some shots at Saratoga on the Linda Report. Today you have a Linda Report that covers the late pick 5 at Saratoga, races 7 through 11. That's a Linda Report. That's one of your Linda Reports for today at Saratoga, and, of course, a full one at Del Mar. But at Saratoga, your thought about Butane going there?
Well, Bob Baffert's going to win the Futurity. It's just a matter of which one he's going to use to do it here at Del Mar. And he's got so many backed up. You can't run them all against each other. Mm-hmm. Maybe Butane is the one that's going to handle shipping better than some of the others. He obviously came off a very easy win in good shape. He's worked well. And again, maybe it's a measuring stick too. How good are those horses back east? Well, I'll send one of my better ones and let's see where we stack up. So I think Bob Baffert will learn a lot about the rest of his barn, but I'm telling you, he's loaded down here. He's thrown one good one after the other, and none of them are cheap. They're all expensive, so he's got an army.
Yeah, he sure does. We'll quickly get some selections before we let you go. Saratoga?
Saratoga, let's go to the last race. Race number 11, last horse. Number 12, Divine Rose. I thought ran really well, only started in October. Has had a really good work pattern at Keeneland. She could have gone to Kentucky Downs. Very interesting. She comes up to Saratoga. You get Jose Ortiz, maybe a little bit easier spot, 4-1 on the program. In number 12, Divine Rose, race 11, Saratoga.
11th and final, number 12, Divine Rose for John Lendo at Saratoga and at Del Mar. An 11 race card. Good competitive racing overall. John, where are we going there?
I'm going to go up against Rich Yang. Race 7 at Del Mar. Number 1, Cat the Confident. Didn't break well last time. Was dead last behind a walking pace. Still only got beat a couple of lengths. Little better start today. She'll save ground from the inside. 8-1 on the program is value. So number 1, Cat the Confident, race number 7, Del Mar.
7th race at Del Mar, number 1, Cat the Confident. It's John Lendo's pick off a nice winner he gave us yesterday there. And I got to tell you, the Lendo Report had 7 top selection winners yesterday on your sheet at Del Mar. Don't forget the Lendo Report for all of Del Mar and that late pick 5 at Saratoga, available in only one place in this gaming capital. That's here at the South Point Racebook, free of charge, exclusively here. Complimentary because they love horse players here. Thanks a lot for all your work. Enjoy your Labor Day, John, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
All right, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right, you got it, my man. Now we wrap it up with Jerry Jackowitz as well. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. What an interesting Jockey Club Gold Cup.
Yeah, it definitely is.
All right, well,
I don't have much to say.
let's just get to the picks then, Saratoga.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely worn out after this.
I know you are. I know you are. Okay.
Trying to catch up on stuff. All right, let's go to the 7th at Saratoga. This is a great-looking play to me. Fully subscribed from Chad Brown. Raced once as a 2-year-old. Comes back now off an October to September layoff. For her first race as a 3-year-old. Has to be bigger and faster than she was back then. And she was already faster than these last year as a 2-year-old, so I think she's down the road. I'll take 3-2 on her. The 3 over the 2, 5, 6, and 8 small reverses. The 3 fully subscribed, race number 7.
All right, 7th race, Saratoga, number 3, fully subscribed. The 3 link-ups are 2, 5, 6, and 8, and reverse. Don't forget to reverse the 3 and the 7th race at Saratoga, and we'll wrap it up at Del Mar.
Yeah, let's go to race number 7. We'll take on John here. Number 4, Hey Jesse, sort of catches my eye. Second off of a layoff. Raced really well coming back. 24-2 down the stretch, gaining a couple of lengths. Very nice effort. Should be better today, we would hope, now that she's as a 3-year-old. Same theme. Bigger, faster, and better than she was as a 2-year-old. Now we're expecting her to move forward. This is a good time for fillies to move forward. Let's take the 4. Hey Jesse, player over the 1, 5, 7, and 9. Do our reverses, and since John came in, I'll press up 1, 4, 4, 1.
Jerry, on your sheet, I thought the 9 was a feature play. Am I mistaken?
No, Hey Jesse is.
I am sorry, I am mistaken. Then I marked it wrong. Okay, so in the 7th race, your feature play is the 4, Hey Jesse, correct?
Correct.
And that is your top pick, 4 over 1, 5, 6, and 9.
The 1, 5, 7, and 9.
I'm sorry. I'll get it right. It's been a long weekend for me too. But in the 7th race, here we go. The 4 is the key. Link-ups are 1, 5, 6. Man, I said that again. 1, 5, 7, 9. 1, 5, 7, 9.
The 6 now, Ralph.
No. We're going to do it right. It was my mistake. In the 7th race, the 4 over 1, 5, 7, 9. 1, 5, 7, 9, the 4. And, of course, you reverse it as well. That's in the 7th race at Del Mar. Rich Yang also lands on that horse. So I got a great Siraco exacta box of 1, 4, 4, 1. Got 2 handicappers giving me the good housekeeping seal, handicapper's seal of approval on the 4 horse, and that's your horse there. Power pages for all of Del Mar and all of Saratoga available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. We wrap up this Labor Day by just wishing everybody a very happy Labor Day out there. Stay safe, be careful, and enjoy. And we'll be back on Wednesday. In the meantime, Jerry has one more thing to say.
Have a great race day, everybody.